Hello, I'm Ogisufi, the computer guru. Subscribe to learn everything about computer.
Hello, good evening and welcome back to our lecture class. Today's lecture is going to center on how to review documents. Make a comment on documents, and probably how to understand, to accept or reject and a kind of a comment in a document. So now we are going to start our MS Word as usual. You open your MS Word. So under this platform, we need to open a document so that we can start up and show exactly what we are going to do. So now you see, this is the file I'm going to use this time around. It's a project work. As you can see it's a project work. So now let's assume this is your own project and a student, your student which you are supervising sent you this project to edit it. So if you want to edit the document, the way he will know where he made the mistake, then there are things you need to do. That is, you are reviewing the work completely. You come to review. So under review now, you can see this is when you want to make a comment, like from something he wrote. Let's say this, the external supervisor, as it is written here. So under this external supervisor, you want to request him to write his own name. That's the name of the external supervisor. This is just an example. So you come to under comments. You see, I highlighted it first, then I click on comment. Under this comment now, I can write what I want him to do. Now for instance, let me say indicate the name of the external supervisor. So let me come here. This place that this work is dedicated to Almighty Allah. Let's say I want to make an edit that you should change this Allah to a general term like God. So I will highlight the Allah under this review panel. That's the under review. You come to comment. You see, change it to God instead. You see, you've made a comment, and as you are going, maybe in some cases abstract used to come in a kind of italics. So now you want it to look to be typed on italics and a single space. Then how do you inform him that it should be on italics and in a single? So you highlight it like this, then tell him the abstract should be on should be italicized and on single line spacing. Should be italicized on single line spacing. So this is another comment. As it goes, maybe you still have some correction. Like here, there is no reference. So you want to tell him to put reference. since it is not necessary you highlight now. You just come to the end here, because this is where the reference is supposed to be. You just comment that reference. What is the reference? Or just indicate what is the source. So as you go down, maybe in some cases here, like for instance, the reference is too old, so you comment on it and say reference too old, the way he will understand. So like now here you say, let me say, ask what is the source. So from this you have here, if you want to send back the work to your student that you are supervising, or somebody that sent you the work to help him edit, you are giving him some clue of where you identify there are errors, so that he will know. That is in a situation where you don't want to edit it directly. You pinpoint the places that have issue, so that he can himself find out what is actually missing from the work. So this is and you see, you can go to the previous comments. As you go to the previous, you can still go to the next until you go to the end. So now there may be in some situation you may like to make an amendment in the work, which this amendment, it must not necessarily, unlike this one that you are just telling your student, for instance your student, where there are errors, so that you don't correct the errors. You allow your student to go and correct the errors. So now, what if you wanted to correct the error yourself, and you would like to do it in such a way that the student will know that yes, you have made a correction here, because it's a bulk document, and some of the places you may like to edit or correct, the student might not know that you've corrected some issues there. So to correct it the way he will understand now, you need to click on this track changes. Look at it. You take your mouse here, track changes. Click on track changes. So what does track changes mean is, you want the work to identify any place you correct or you make a change from the original document that has been sent to you, maybe through WhatsApp, email, or any other means. So now, for instance, we come here because we are under track changes. So let me say I write a name, Emmanuel Adeboye. You can see this Emmanuel I just wrote is written in red to tell you that a changes has been made. This place now, which is, we say we want to change this from God to from Allah to God. Maybe you just decide to change it yourself. Look at how it will look like. God. You see? Look at what it's telling me, that I have deleted Allah. You see it, this God I wrote, it will come out in red. So let's go. We are still so like here I want to put my cosmates. I want to make a space. You will, in the place you are, you will understand there are changes. You see it in red color, and then this you see it in red color, and then this line must appear on the same line there is any correction, any amendment. If I highlighted this and then now italicize it, you see it now, it gives me this line to show you that something has occurred. There is an amendment in this from the beginning to the end of this line. So as it goes, maybe I wanted this to be centralized. Then when you centralize it, or when you want to make a comment that it should be centralized, you come here and then comment, centralize it. You know how to centralize. The shortcut is Control E. Look at it. When I press my Control E, this is what I have. It will come to the center. But for the moment, let's leave it there. Maybe I come here, it's recommendations, not only one recommendation. Let me add S. You can see now this light comes and this S now is coming out in red to show you that the lecturer has used a red pen, or just a sign of editing. You can see it now. Like now I changed this from 1999 to 2009. You see how it will look like. You see? So this is what we call review. When you are reviewing a document, you make a comment and probably you make changes. So it is advisable that any change you are making in that document, you allow that person to know where you have made any change, you have effected any change in the document. So as you are going, you can see now if there's any place I wanted to correct. Like you see, this place and this one, this place here and this one here, this paragraph and this paragraph, there's a kind of disparity. This one goes in, there's a tab here, while this is nothing like tab. So if you want to make this one now, remove the tab. I can remove the tab actually. Let's say when I highlight it, I come here and drag it back. You see, it will tell me this is it tracks the changes that I formatted it left. I took it left back onto 0 centimeter. While when I take it forward, it takes that indent to the left is now 2.25 cm. Can you see? It has tracked the changes that has been made in the document. Can you see it? So this is an example of tracking of changes. So if there is anything you delete, look at how delete will look like. You see it, right? It tells that from this place I have deleted something which is classification. I deleted classification. So, in a case where you wanted to delete, you can set it up. Something you deleted will be struck, and then, for instance, when I want to delete this environment, it will mark like this, that this track now, it shows that I have deleted environment from this document. Just take it like this here that is sum. Let me cut it. You see it, to show that I have deleted sum. That's why it marks this place, and then the sum here, you can see it. So in situation like this, it is preferable that when you are reviewing a document, you do it this way, because it will help the person you are sending back the document to know where you've identified corrections and what are your suggestions to that. If it is something you saw that you just want to delete, for instance, I want to delete this, all this that comes here. When I highlight, let me say cut. You see it now, everything here has been deleted, but in the document it will show me, it will show it, but it will strike it in a red color to show you that those documents have been already deleted. Meanwhile, it is left for the person you are sending back the document to either accept it or reject the review you made on that document. So I will also show you how to, that's in a recipient side. Now let's assume the student. Now I am reviewing as a lecturer. Whatever I see that is wrong, let's see, from here I want to delete it. Cut. You can see it. The student will be able to know that, okay, this thing I did is not in line. But in a situation where you just deleted and you don't even know what is there, you might not know where to correct, or the student might not know what you have done onto that work. So that's the importance of reviewing document under review. You come here. Now let's say this introduction is not needed. I'll just cut it out. You see it? I just cut it out. So this is for the student. Now you see, let's say this place is not needed. Cut it out. You can see it. You will observe that the document has not shifted from here. We're supposed not to have this space, but the space is temporary showing because it wants to show it. That's for the person they are reviewing his or her work to know what has been omitted or what has been added. If I come to this place and type something, meanwhile you can see it has been underlined but not struck through. Meanwhile it has less effect. For instance, so this one now is an addition, while this one now is an omission. So this is, and you can take it to previous correction to check all the correction you've done on that document. This is to be previous, and this is the next, to be checking all the correction you've done. So when we come to, let me copy it. Let's assume now the work has been sent back to the student, and the student now open the work. The student now open the work like this and show all these things his lecturer has done. The first thing you are supposed to do is to show the review panel so that you can see everything that has been edited. So now just go to the next editing. Look at it, Emmanuel Adeboye. This is how it is written. Me as a student now, I will highlight it just as I did, then I will come here and accept. You see it now, and the space now I will also accept. You can see here that it says indicate the name. I'll just come, since I have indicated the name, or the lecturer has indicated the name for me. After this, then you just delete the comment. You are done with this. When you come here, Allah has been replaced with God. So this comment, change it to God now. You just come here, highlight from here to here, then you accept. You can see now it has accepted. Let me, from here you accept. It will take you to the next one, but let's see how it looks like. It will remove. Look at now, it is showing me here that a space has been created. So when you reject it, that means you want it to look like the way it was. Meanwhile, since this is believed to come from my own supervisor and that is what he recommends, I will just accept. And this one also, when I accept, it will remove all this. And this comment now, that design issue, that say already the supervisor has helped me to italicize it. So the only thing I need to do is to right click on it, then delete the comment. Here also that we have changed, there's a change. You just accept. You see, whenever you accept, I'm still going back to see if it has done something better. So this is it. We are asked to centralize this one. So you come here, you centralize it like this. This is how to centralize. After you've done the centralization, you delete the comment. This recommendation here, it has S to show us that S has been added. You can right click on it, you see, you can right click on it, come to the review and accept. You can see it now. You comment, the spelling is not even correct. You see it now. You just look at what I just did. Recommendations has been replaced with this. So to make it to accept, have I accepted? Yes. Right click on it, accept. Fine. Look at this environment. An environment has been deleted. When you accept, it gives you what? Now this place is asking us for a source. Let's say Sufi 2019. You see, you highlight it, then you accept the changes that have been made. So come here and delete the comment. You see, we still have this line is showing that there is still an amendment under here. So you come and accept the change. If you cannot see it directly, you just highlight the line and accept. Don't forget this line I show you. This line you highlight. You can, when you keep your cursor here, you press left click, then accept changes. You see it now. Highlight, accept the change. So this is how to, maybe after, as a student, after your lecturer have edited your work, this is, you are not accepting any change here because this one is a comment. So you come, it's too odd, so let's edit it like to 219. You see, I replaced 1999 with 219, so I have to accept the changes. Look at it. Come here. I have accepted the changes. Community. What is the source? Now let's go. Sufi, command 2022. You will first of all accept the change. Then come to here and delete the comment. So this is how you do it. If you want to see the next comment, you just press next. Now let me accept the change. You can choose to accept the change and directly move to the next correction. That's, you click here. But when you only accept the change, it will show you, it will remain there. But when I come back, accept the change and move next, this is the next changes. So you accept it and move next, it will take you to the next place. But if you just accept the change, it will give you there. So I think this is what we have for reviewing document. And you see in our panel here, it shows that we are not yet done with reviewing the document. It will give you the summary here, the formatting. We don't have any comments, we don't have any moves. We have one insertion, deletion, one formatting remaining in the document. So all in all, we are having 5. Look at them, 1, 2, 3. This red line is indicating where next correction is. You understand? It's showing where the next correction is. Accept. You can decide to highlight all the document and accept everything at once, not following one after the other. You can just do it everything at once. You see, you can do everything. You can accept every changes at once. You just highlight all, come there, accept. You understand? You come here, accept all changes in the document. Just click. Now you just go to your comment where there are comments. Now you follow the comment and do the necessary thing. like this one that is asking us to centralize. But every other changes has been handled. This one you do what you are requested to do, and then you delete the comment. So when next we are coming, we are going to discuss on some important things to know about Microsoft Office work while working with MS Word. Our next lecture is coming, and probably it will interest you not to miss it. So subscribe to this Oga Sufi, this channel, so that you don't miss out on any important lecture. So on behalf of myself, I want to say goodbye.